Miss Coconut, how are you doing? I'm doing well. So the internet is all abuzz. I mean, it's all aflame over this trending topic of Chloe and Haley. I hope I'm saying their names right. They're so cute, y'all, right? They have this beautiful image. They have their hair locked, they're natural beauties with their makeup. You know, they are fashion forward with their trends. They have these nice, tight little bodies, and everyone has fallen in love. So, recently, one of the sisters, I don't want to get it wrong, but I think for some reason, yes, it's Chloe. Well, they separated their Instagram accounts because they're working on two different projects. So they kind of wanted to give, two different perspectives of where they are now, not as a duo, but as individual artists. And so Chloe, which I believe is the older one, on her video, she did the Bust It Channel challenge, where you like bust it down and dance real seductive. And then she was like prancing in her underwear, lighting sage. And now everyone is so upset and attacking her and saying, why are you sexualizing yourself? Why are you choosing to show black women in a bad light? Why are you in your underwear? Why? I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. Because there's always something beneath the surface, right? You just have to read into the energy. Y'all, anytime you see this meteoric rise to stardom, you have to look deeper into the surface, underneath the surface. So these young ladies were already acting. They're out of Georgia, which we know is a hub. They're out of Georgia. They were already acting, so they're very familiar with being in the industry. So when people say, oh, Beyonce just found them and signed them off of YouTube, y'all believe that if you want to. But Beyonce is very calculated. She is a high-ranking official in this atmosphere. So she definitely have taken them under her wings, so to speak, for many, many reasons, okay? Now, they were child actresses. And so you shouldn't be surprised when you see the image change, because these images are cultivated carefully for a reason, because they're trying to sell you an image, okay? So when they presented them to us, they presented them as wholesome, and all of their clothing and fashion choices were very, very girl next door. And then they slowly started to evolve their looks, because they start to channel different energies. You don't get into this business and not have to be initiated into the system. And so for me, I'm not shocked. I clearly see what is happening. Chloe, her name means fertility, so she is channeling the fertility goddess, okay? That's why she comes across very sexual. It's not because she's trying too hard, y'all. She has been initiated into that cult, okay? Her cult that she's initiated into is all about fertility and life and sexuality, okay? So that is why she's coming across very sensuously. Unlike Haley, who comes across as a little ice queen that's innocent. But her name, Holly Haley Collie, and her name means the dwelling ruler. So she is the queen of the undead, of the underworld, of the undead. She's the siren. That's why she was picked to be Ariel, because the sirens are known to sing men to death, to lure men to their death. They titled their whole album recently The Ungodly Hour, and it gave us all this fluffy meaning, pseudo deep meaning about why they named it that. But the ungodly hour is the hour where you participate in rituals. Open your eyes, people. They keep fooling y'all because you want to believe in something outside of yourself with these celebrities. It is interesting to me to read the commentary and see how social media pits the sisters against each other, but they are very much a united front, and they represent the duality we often find in these occult undertones. But notice their album cover that's called The Ungodly Hour, they look like black angels. The black angels or dark angels are the fallen ones, but they also are tying into that theme, the transhumanism theme, and that's why their angel wings are actually made out of metal. These young ladies seem to be living the high life, but they signed a $1 million deal with Beyonce's company for about 5 to 6 albums, and that's highway robbery. They definitely made a deal with the devil. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. How these babies are snatched up almost from infancy, and their energy and talent and skills and soul just become warped because they become absorbed by the vultures within this business. I always tell people, like, find a way to get money outside of this industry, because this industry is nothing but soul snatchers. From throwing up mudras to wearing the black and white duality colors that we often find in the occult themed magazines, to showing the very robotic costumes of the future, and even that spotlight that's on them is a pyramid. From that to all of the symbols that these stars speak in, I think the most telling was the Baphomet on her head, okay, which I'm showing in this clip as I speak now. So I know you guys don't want to believe it. I know you guys are enraptured, but it's a spell. That's what they do very well. Okay? They cultivate these images to elicit the proper response from you, the consumer. Okay? So that you become consumed and obsessed with the imagery. But these girls will end up just like the rest of the girls. Nothing good comes out of Disney. Almost no one escapes Disney unscathed. Anyway, y'all, you don't get to be Beyonce's chosen ones without paying a dear, dear price. So what can you do at this point? Nothing. Enjoy the ride, okay? Enjoy the beauty that they give us. Enjoy the moments. Enjoy the music. I actually like their music. Do y'all like the music? Comment below. Let me know what you think about their music, about their sound, about their skills, because I believe they play instruments. They're self-taught. And I think they have a lot to offer us. But, will they be a success, or will they have some tragedy? That remains to be seen. But nothing, honestly, when it comes to this entertainment business, they take these young babies and they chew them up and they spit them out. And that pattern follows repeatedly because it works, okay? They have it down to a science, and they give us the same formula over and over and over. We are the ones that always act so surprised, don't we? Like, surprise! I don't know why. It's like you have to remove the veil from your eyes when it comes to this stuff. Anyway, there is some notion that when there are siblings within a entertainment industry dynamic, that there's one sibling that always becomes a sacrifice for the rest of the siblings. And so it will be interesting to see how their characters and their assigned roles play out, okay? Because one has clearly been assigned the role of the femme fatale, and one has been assigned the role of the virgin. But what I want you to understand, it is just a role, okay? And really, at this point, there's nothing we can do for them. Wish them the best. Support them if you want to. But these people are pretty much lost causes. And that's why you see all of these young stars pretty much unable to have a real stable life. Most of these young stars have lots of instability, drug use, sexual promiscuity, because they need coping mechanisms for what occurs to them in this dirty business. So it's very unfortunate, but this is how the world runs. I wouldn't be surprised if their family don't have some kind of ties down in Atlanta, Georgia, to some people that are tied to the industry. Because that's how it goes. These families are all interrelated. I know they try to give it to us like it's just happenstance, but none of it is happenstance. It's a play. So everyone's assigned a role from birth, even before birth. That's how it works. The stars in the music and film industry are always used as a baton of sort. It's something that is handed off to another person, and they kind of parade them out and pass them along. They dress them up, and they help perpetuate the myth and the lies and the legend of what Hollywood is. And they do this, in most cases unwillingly, but they have no choice. And so I just say keep your babies out of this industry. There's nothing good that comes out of it at all. Even when they don't want to have the limelight, in the case of like T.I.'s daughter, that older one that keeps sending out these subliminal tweets and messages, there's some hurt there, but I think there's something deeper that I don't want to discuss on this channel that is occurring with her, and that occurs with all of these sex kittens that the industry pimps out. Anyway, it's unfortunate, but what can you do, y'all? What can you do? This is how the world is set up. This world is ran on Luciferian energy, and that entails lots of perverse energy. Okay, y'all, that's my time for today. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Did you pick it up? Did you read this when you were seeing the transition, or did you just take it for the obvious sex sell angle, etc., etc.? Anywho, that's my time for today. As always, Om Shrim Buzzy.